have that production in multiple areas tonight?
Yeah, I think it obviously helps when you knock down a couple shots. Then crashing the glass, same thing I've been doing, but adding the shot definitely helped. And then being solid defensively and just being ready overall, being a pro, I think just I had the right mindset today.
How do you stay ready? You know, when you get a couple DMPs, CDs, and you don't know if you're going to get minutes on a given night. What's that process like for you?
It's always tough, honestly, but after last game, just getting in the gym the very next day and treating that as my game, just having a good imagination. Honestly, I imagined those shots going in before they went in, so I think just having a good imagination and it makes it seem like you've already lived the night through, and everything is just coming to fruition.
You had a good shooting night tonight. I noticed pregame you do the baseline corner threes. I guess how does that drill aid you in preparing for a game?
Yeah, you got to get your feet set. You shoot one, and then it lets you know, okay, that's the one, and then the next one, you got to get your feet set all over again. It's easier to get a rhythm when you're shooting 5 in a row, and that's a different type of shots. It's unrealistic because you're not going to get that many in a row in a game. So just shooting one and then moving around just simulates the game a little bit better.
When you talk about using your imagination on an off day, just explain a little bit more about that as far as how you sort of try to recreate those game-like settings in a sort of a practice gym type environment.
Yeah, so yesterday it was me and Janai were doing some work together, and it was him setting the pick and then rolling, and then I'm in the corner and I shoot, and then we're putting so much importance on one shot. So I'll shoot, and then we'll do something else, and then we'll come back to that corner three. So it wasn't just rapid fire. Yesterday was more so, all right, you're going to get one of these. You're going to get one of these. This is the one. This is the one. And then just having that communication from our shooting coaches and things like that, there's been importance on, okay, you're not going to get that many of them. So I had the same mentality today when I was in the corner. I was like, okay, this is the one. Just make sure everything is solid, your follow through, and then got that one, and then the next one, got that one, and that just builds confidence.
Then on the kind of the opposite side of maybe the stay ready, how do you then, when you know that you're getting some time or you get called to go on the floor, you don't put too much pressure on yourself to be like, okay, this is my opportunity. I have to prove myself. I got to prove that I belong to deserve to be in the rotation, all that stuff.
Honestly, you got to trick your mind. You got to make yourself think you don't care as much as you do, and that's what's worked for me. So today, not knowing what the rotation was going to be is funny. I didn't play the first quarter, didn't play the whole second quarter. It's like it's tough, but it's fun because you're not boxed into anything. If you're hooping, coach lets you hoop, and that's amazing. So honestly, just not attaching yourself to something too much. Okay, this has to happen. I don't attach myself to that. If this happens, then I'll be ready for this, and I'll be ready if this happens. And then at the worst case scenario, I'm a good teammate, and I can say I was a good teammate and I had a good attitude going home. So I think my attitude's been right. I've been supportive through it all, and I think that is a positive thing you can do even when you're not having a good game.
Nick's always talking about how he wants you to shoot more in games. Is that also something that builds confidence?
Yeah, tremendously. It doesn't get any better than that. The head coach telling you to shoot the ball pretty much every day through training camp, even today. During walkthrough, he stopped the walkthrough again and said, "That's the one I want you to shoot." And then it's just like it forces you to shoot the ball in a good way. And it's like, okay, the coach is behind you, Tyrese Maxey's behind you. Like even when he passed you the ball, he pointed. He's like, "That's the one I'm telling you." So it's like, why are you not shooting the ball? You shoot so many of these, and you're a good shooter. Just relax and shoot the ball.
You talked about rewiring your mind, and you said you worked with Janai. I guess when a player who is just coming into the league is sort of not having the easiest start, how do you sort of avoid panicking?
Yeah, honestly, we talk about that very often. And talking to him about that just is kind of therapeutic for me because you never really leave those situations. They just look different for you in your life. So even though he's going through that right now, I'm still going through it in my own way. But we talk about how honestly the randomness behind it and the beauty of that. The other game we were losing by so much, and he got thrown in and played almost I don't know how many minutes straight. But we had a conversation before that game, and I told him stuff like that happens without even knowing. I was like, "Did you wake up today knowing you're going to play a whole quarter straight?" And he's like, "Nah." He's like, "You're right." So just knowing that you have moments like that, it makes you train harder, makes you wake up like, okay, this could be this could be the day. So yeah, there's excitement.
It's like,
Jabari, Paul called you a bully on the glass, and I was wondering how you would describe your approach to rebounding.
You said that today?
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, starts with physicality before the shot goes up, just being in the right positions. I'm not the most athletic guy, but I have good timing. So pinpointing where the ball is going to be, trying to get there before everybody else gets there, and just having good reflexes. And then when you have your eye on it, then okay, going up and getting it at the highest point you can. I think my dad kind of taught me how to do that at a young age, so I give a lot of credit to him.
Now 20
Couple more
games
guys.
into the season, and even Nick before the game was sort of talking about how obviously you guys haven't really had your full group through these 20 games. Like, I mean, when you talk about sort of staying ready and the uncertainty, like, do you kind of feel like there's kind of multiple people like in your position where it's like, okay, we still aren't quite sure what our role is going to be when the roster is full, or I guess just how do you kind of sense everybody sort of navigating that at this point in the season?
Yeah, well, it's been rare that I've played with a full roster, like even in the years that I've had. So it's just part of what the NBA is sometimes. So we know that we're competitive with what we do have, and all the guys that are playing right now, we know the importance of taking advantage of the opportunity, so we don't take it lightly. And we're not just trying to survive and be like, okay, let's wait for these guys. We're trying to thrive with who we have right now, and then when those guys are ready, they come back and just add even more value. So that's the mindset.
You mentioned finding the beauty in, like, Janai plays 12 minutes in the end of the blowout the other night. I guess, how do you divorce individual successes in those types of games while also not, like, losing track of the fact that, like, maybe the team as a whole didn't play well?
Yeah, well, I told him, I was like, well, when you look at the shots you did take, were they good shots? How was your defense? How was your rebounding? Did anybody get an offensive rebound over you? Did anybody just bully you and just lay the ball over you? Or, like, did you just give up these points? And I'm like, no. And all the shots were within the flow of the offense. It was a little short. You haven't played that many minutes. And me and Barlow was just talking to him, like, that's part of everybody's process. So, and it's even more of a mental game than it is physical sometimes. So that's his process, and he'll come around. But we've seen what he's capable of in the G League and in practice. He's very talented.